Welcome you. Today we're going to see about coronary artery bypass grafting. I'm Mohammed Suhail. Coronary artery bypass grafting involves bypassing native coronary arteries that have high grade stenosis or occlusion not amendable to angioplasty with stent insertion. Indication are changing as percutaneous intervention are being increasingly used. Traditional CAPG procedure. Traditional coronary artery bypass grafting involves thoracotomy via midline sternotomy. A heart-lung machine is used to establish coronary bypass, allowing the heart to be stopped and emptied of blood to maximize operative exposure and facilitate vessel anastomosis. Stopping the heart also markedly decreases the myocardial oxygen demand. Before initiating the CPB, the patient is given a very high dose of heparin to prevent the clotting in the bypass circuit. Then the aorta is cross-clamped and heart is stopped by injecting the cardioplegic solution that also contains substances that help myocardial cells tolerate ischemia and perfusion. The cardioplegic solution and the heart rate sometimes cool slightly to enhance the tolerance of ischemia. The patient's body is cooled via the CPB machine for similar reason. The left internal mammary artery is typically used as a peduncle graft to the left anterior descending coronary artery. Other graft consist of segment of saphenous vein removed from the leg. Occasionally, the right internal mammary artery or radial artery from the non-dominant arm can be used. One completion of the vascular anastomosis, the aorta is unclamped, allowing the coronary arteries to be perfused by oxygenated blood, which typically restore cardiac activity. Heparin anticoagulation is reversed by giving protamine. Despite cardioprotective measures, stopping the heart is not without consequences. During reperfusion, myocardial dysfunction is common and can lead to bradycardia, arrhythmia, and low cardiac output. These events are treated by standard measures such as pacing, defibrillation, inotropic drugs. Typically, hospital stays are 4 to 5 days unless prolonged by complication or concomitant illness. Complication of CAPG. Complication of disadvantage of traditional CAPG involves sternotomy and cardiopulmonary bypass. Median sternotomy is surprisingly well tolerated. However, healing takes 4 to 6 weeks. Also, wound infection occasionally cause mediastinitis or sternal osteomyelitis, which can be vexing to treat. CPB causes several complications include bleeding, organ dysfunction, neuropsychiatric effect, and stroke. Post CBB, bleeding is a common problem caused by various factors including hemodilution, heparin use, platelet dysfunction due to exposure to the bypass pump, disseminated intravascular coagulation, and induced hypothermia. Organ dysfunction may result from a systemic inflammatory response caused by CPB machine. This response can cause organ dysfunction in any system. Aortic cannulation, cross clamping, and release can trigger release of emboli, causing stroke in about 1.5%. Microemboli may contribute to post CPB neuropsychiatric effect, which appear in about 5 to 10%. Other common complications of CAPG include focal myocardial ischemia, global myocardial ischemia, and dysrhythmia. Perioperative myocardial infarction occurs in about 1% of patients. Atrial fibrillation occurs in 15 to 40% of patients, typically 2 to 4 days after surgery. Beta blockers and amiodarone appears to reduce the likelihood of development of atrial arrhythmia after cardiac surgery. Non-sustained ventricular tachycardia may occur in up to 50% of patients. Mortality depends mainly on patient underlying health. Operator and institutional experience also is important. In experience program, the peri-procedural mortality is otherwise healthy patient is typically less than 1 to 3%. Alternative CAPG procedure. Newer technique seek to limit the complication of traditional coronary artery bypass grafting by avoiding the cardiopulmonary bypass, avoiding the median sternotomy, or both. The off-pump CAPG. Cardiopulmonary bypass can be avoided in selective patients by using technique that allow the surgeon to revascularize the beating heart. Various devices and methods stabilize the portion of the myocardium, holding the operative site relatively motionless. Off-pump CAPG procedures are more common done through small parasternal or intercostal incision, sometimes with endoscopy or even robotic assistance, but they may have been done through a traditional median sternotomy, which provides a better operative exposure. Allowing the heart to beat means that the myocardium requires more oxygen than when CPB is used. Thus, the heart is sensitive to interruption of blood flow necessitated while the vascular anastomosis is done. This interruption can cause ischemia or infarction in the myocardium supplied by affected vessel. Some surgeon places a temporary coronary artery shunt to provide a distal perfusion. Minimally invasive CAPG. The minimally invasive CAPG technique is somewhat more difficult to do and may not be suitable when multiple bypass graft is done, particularly those involving vessels behind the heart are required. Transfusion requirement, length of stay, and cost are typically less with the off pump, but in some studies, the rate of the more serious complication of death, myocardial infarction, and stroke are similar to that of CAPG using CPB. Thus, the theoretical advantage of avoiding CPB do not seem to have been fully realized. Minimally invasive CAPG is usually done off pump but may be done using CPB. In such cases, CPB is done endovascularly using special catheters inserted into the arterial and venous systems. The aorta is occluded by a balloon on the end of aortic catheter rather than an external clamp. Although avoiding median sternotomy complication, this technique otherwise has similar rate of mortality and major perioperative complication as conventional techniques. Thank you.